Pre-Confederation of Canada by Fardeen Rahman. Life in a Pacific British Colony. In the British Pacific colony, British Columbia, the Aboriginal people live in villages that had up to approximately 1,000 people in them. Here, they had a lot of fish and shellfish. They also made use of their wood resources and made large wooden houses. The people also built totem poles. There were some who preferred not to stay on the coast, and these people stayed in the interior, unlike the people on the coast. These people survived on hunting animals such as moose. This shows that the Aboriginal people in British Columbia depended on the environment to keep them alive. Fur trading. Starting from the 1600s, the fur trade industry has been a large industry. An example of this is the Hudson Bay Company. The fur trade company was doing well due to Britain's high demand of beaver pelts, when the fur pelt hat became popular in Britain. The British and other Europeans, such as the French, had to find a way to get these fur pelts in such a way that the Aboriginal people will give them willingly. A simple way to do this was a process known as trading, where two or more parties give a service or an item to another party or parties. On their side of the trade, the British and the other Europeans gave the Aboriginals metal and cloth. In return, the Aboriginal people gave them fur and meat. The traders from France decided that they should create areas in Canada where trading with the Aboriginal people is a lot more accessible. So they decided to create a place to trade in the province of Quebec and in Acadia, which is in modern-day Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI, and some surrounding area. Hudson Bay Company. Soon some French traders known as Pierre Esprit Radisson and Madrid Chouard de Groseilliers decided to attempt to create a company devoted to trading with Aboriginal peoples. This had a purpose to trade closer to the Hudson Bay to fully make use of the fur there. After receiving a lack of support from France, they went to Britain and convinced Prince Rupert to support their idea. After this, the prince convinced some merchants and the king to support the plan as well. Soon the Hudson Bay Company was formed. Prince Rupert was soon to have a land known as Prince Rupert's Land. It is a land that's close to the Hudson Bay and a bit to the southwest. The Aboriginal people that gave the fur to the Hudson Bay Company were with the Hudson Bay Company, usually because they were hired. Rupert's Land had inhabitants that were mostly European or Aboriginal. The increase in trading revolutionized the lives of the Aboriginal people since they started needing the goods of the Europeans for their daily lives. They also started going to different lands searching for fur to help them in trading with the Europeans. This proves that the trading in Canada had a large effect on Canada before the Confederation. Conclusion. Rupert's Land, the fur trade, and the Aboriginal life in British Columbia all involved the Aboriginal people, and they all had some relation with the creation of Canada. The fur trade wasn't essential for giving the Europeans a reason to come to Canada, and also kept the Aboriginal people on good terms with the Europeans. Rupert's Land supported the trade by sending people into Canada, mainly merchants. Also, the Aboriginal people in British Columbia allowed the people to settle there, whether it was temporary or not, after there was a gold rush in the area. These events attracted many people to come to the foreign land and soon formed the country of Canada.